Hello, everybody. I am so pleased to have the honor of taping a session of Tammy and Mirza in action, healing someone in a way that I don't know of anybody else who does it the same way. Actually, is that true, Tammy? You broke the mold. They broke the mold when they made you and your healing abilities.
I will tell you that I don't know if there are other people. I'm sure there are, but my method is about getting to the root of what is going on. And then once you get to the root, there's automatic healing. So I'm going to call you Daryl. Is that okay with you if I call you Daryl?
Yes, that's fine.
Oh, no.
Right, Daryl.
Oh,
so,
by the way, Daryl is our guinea pig, right, Daryl?
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Aww.
And Daryl has been going through a lot of things, and I've already been given information for you. Daryl, just to let you know that I understand a lot about your life, and you're hypersensitive. You know this, right? Very, very sensitive being. Nobody has ever really taught you how not to take on the energy. And so when you come in the way that you did, and you are highly empathic, your abilities to heal yourself, to do the things that you came here to do, are hidden because of the dilemmas and the predicaments and the energy that you have. That it's almost like this. It's almost like it covers your eyes, and you can't see, and you can't understand why you're in the predicament that you are in, and you don't understand why the pain and the toxic energy really takes over. So then you have gotten into this arena of what most people do. Instead of connecting with the higher self, the spiritual self, the non-physical, which you are predominantly aware of, you are now zeroed in and focused and limitedly focusing on health and what is going on and trying to figure it out for yourself.
Can I interrupt real quick?
That's correct.
Daryl, do you want to share first how you came to this point, to having this meeting, this session rather, or not?
Well, I'll share a little bit. Like I said, I reached out to Elisa because I was having a lot of trouble personally with health-related issues with regards to my heart, and I've been going up and down to doctors for the past, I'd say, 4 years now. It's going to be 5 in September of this year, if things don't change. And we've been struggling to pinpoint a diagnosis, even though I keep experiencing physical feelings. And so I'm looking to other modalities for healing at the moment.
Well, what kind of symptoms have you had, darling?
Well, it's been predominantly with my diet, especially high-fat foods and traditionally meats. I haven't been able to ingest them in the same ways that I used to previously, and it feels like the fat is sitting in my arteries and clogging them. But and I feel like I have to walk at a snail's pace in order to not get my heart to self-destruct. But every time we go to the doctor, and I've had stress tests done, I've had ECGs, or as you would call them, EKGs. I haven't had any angiography because of the stress test not indicating any need for further testing. So my doctors have suggested that it's probably psychosomatic, meaning that I've got emotional trauma from my past, which is manifesting as physical symptoms. However, I don't personally feel like that resonates with me. And I've had a reading on the enlightened, Hour of Enlightenment with you and Veronica Drake. And we conferred with Erik, and Erik suggested that I'm not going crazy, and that there is something actually physically wrong with my apparatus, and that I should keep trying to figure it out.
Okay. Well, maybe Erik can tell you, Tammy, what is going on with him, or do you just want to scan and figure and with the help of your guides, your whoever team you work with, Erik, etc., scan him and figure it out for us?
Okay, so I want to put some information out there so that you understand that if I just stepped in as a healer and just healed your body without us going into what is going on and what is causing the vulnerabilities, which is always in the emotional realm, then not only will you get sick again, but you'll come down with something worse.
Oof.
So I know this because in my 20s, I was scanning people's bodies and seeing the masses and understanding the cancer and being the instigator of healing. I've understood, and now I've graduated from that immature way of just going in and running energy and completely healing. So now I am a conduit or a method or an instigator or an intercessor of people being guided to healing. Is the capability there? Yes. Can I raise animals from the dead? Yes. Can I do these things? Yes. However, it's not the most beneficial because you're not empowered. So when a doctor cannot diagnose you, then that means that this is your journey, your spiritual journey, for you to get to healing. So what I'm going to do today is to contribute to your journey and to contribute to your healing, because the pressure of me just automatically going around and healing everybody is not even, it's insanity. And I used to do it, believe me, in my 20s. Every person that walked through my door, I would just scan their body and go, okay, you got this thing, let me lay my hands on you, and then you walk out free. But I noticed that some of them were healed for good and some of them were not. I'm going to share with you that there is a listener of yours, Alyssa, that I just wrote you about. Not even the lady that I wrote you about that I talked with yesterday, but another one.
Oh.
There is another listener who hired me for a session. The very first session, she did not mention anything about any kind of physical issues, and neither did I. The second session, I did not concentrate on a mass in her breast, but I concentrated and moved everything to what was going on in the emotional realm. And within 3 days, this walnut-sized mass on her breast disappeared.
Wow.
So what my work is about is scanning your body, understanding what's going on, understanding how the mind is functioning, helping you to step into your power, Daryl, and then you learning how to set yourself free. I'm running energy on you this entire time, and I want to know, can you feel something in your chest right now?
Yes.
Okay, that's me. That's me. I'm doing like 50 things at one time.
That's cool. It's like the technical support people that get into your computer. It's like, oh, good, please fix it.
Yeah, you can go in and actually start telepathically communicating with the being and bypass the mind. The left side of the brain is where the veil is, where that we're only thinking on this side we're the creative and we're much more, the female energy. This is mostly male energy. So what I do is I bypass the thinking mind and I just go into the body and I start automatically as I'm talking to you, as I am shifting the energy with you in a physical sense, I'm also shifting the energy, and now I can feel the pain coming out my back. Can you feel that? As an empath, I can feel the energy here. It felt heavy, it feels lighter, and now I'm feeling pain come out my back. Can you tell?
Yes.
Yes. So we are already, and now I'm getting chills running down my legs. We're already working on your body and softening you and helping you to know that you're safe and you are right where you agreed to be. This is in your contract. Does that calm you down? Because the panic of what is wrong with me, I may be a victim why is this happening to me? I'm too young, which are all things that you've been saying to yourself, right?
Definitely.
Okay, let's move that aside and understand that you came here to overcome this. You came here to
Okay.
put this through. And this is part of what Erik was trying to relay. Go ahead, Alyssa.
Can you, if you get to the root, does it sometime go into another life?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's other lives. I mean, I'm remotely viewing. And I'm just going to tell you this, Daryl, so that you can understand why all of a sudden you feel this pressure. It's like something drops on your chest. There was a big, big, big boulder in a lifetime that was actually dropped on top of you that crushed your chest, and it was because of who you were in this lifetime. So I just want to ask, are you feeling anything in your body that resonates with that? Are you feeling, does that sound familiar? That you have been crushed in the chest many times. You've had a spear go through your heart. You have been choked. You've had your head cut off. You've had very traumatic. Now, let me tell you this. The reason that I find, Alyssa, and don't let this surprise you, but the ones who come in here to be healers or to do this work will have the most traumatic life situations any human being can have. Look at what you did with the situation with Erik being diagnosed with bipolar, and then he kills himself, and then you overcome it, and look what you did. If none of that would have happened, you would not be sitting in front of us today. So we go through the dichotomies and the trauma dramas in order to overcome them. So I want to tell you point blank, Daryl, you are a healer. You are. Now, did you see that reaction? So the reason that you are going through this is because you came here to heal, and you cannot give away what you do not have to give. In other words, if you don't know how to use your skill sets and your tools for you, how are you going to be a healer for other people? You see.
That makes sense.
So, now, I'm feeling something. Do you feel that you need to move your back because it's shifting? Do you feel that?
Yes, I do.
Do that with me, because I will start, as an empath, I'll start doing these things before my clients do them. And what that's doing is you are giving your body permission to let some of the energy lift, and I'm actually seeing the energy lift out of your body, and it's coming from your spinal column. It's coming up. Can you feel something almost rushing up the back of your head? It's almost like airflow. Well, guess what? You are, because I have already told you that you're a healer, you are clairvoyant, you can see these things. You're already awakening. Something inside of you is starting a Kundalini experience. So I hope that this gives you hope that the only reason that you go through anything is purposeful. So if you can get away from the being scared, and you can move into the truth of it and the surety of it and the knowing of it, then you can say to this mountain, mountain be moved, and that mountain has to move. So
it's
now,
not that so scary. It's just more. It's more just frustration at having to deal with this for so long.
Well, it's also fear that you won't overcome it, and the other fear that I hear.
I suppose that is true.
Yes. The other thing I hear you saying to yourself all the time is it going to get worse? What is my life going to be? Am I going to be an invalid? Is this going to cripple me? Right? It's not.
Yes.
It is not.
Can we get back to that past life? Why is it that it's always the chest? It's been the chest so many times with him. The spear, the boulder. Who was he? Why did they crush him? Why did somebody strangle him? Why did somebody spear him?
Because he was a very powerful, enlightened soul, and that's what he came in this lifetime with. Look at him smiling. You know, you've done this in many lifetimes. What I have learned, Alyssa and Daryl, is that when you have I've lived some very traumatic deaths because of being you. Then you come in this realm again, and then your fears are, well, if I open Pandora's box, I'll get killed again.
Oh, if I start to become a healer or use my many gifts, then somebody's going to drop a boulder on me.
Exactly. Or somebody is going to find out that, and then I'm going to be punished for it.
So were people just threatened by his power, or why would they do that?
Well, people don't like the truth. I was on the phone with an inmate last night. Let me tell you something. I told his daughter when I did a session for her, and she's also one of your listeners, I said, your father is not coming out of prison right now, honey. He's got judgment energy all over him. So he is in a place where he is judged. I know this energy. So when she got a session for him and we only got to do 15 minutes, that's all he did was just pronounce judgment. And I said, you're not ready to heal. Good job, Daryl, because your movement is you acknowledging the energy that we are running on you right now. And also what I would suggest that you do is to release it by opening the mouth and breathing out.
Does he visualize anything like breathing out, like in the Green Mile, all these black particles?
He's letting go of the energy. That's actually happening. This looks like it's so simple, but Alyssa, you're watching a major transformation without me having to put my hands out and say, you're healed.
Wow.
We're talking to you, but we're also working vibrationally, energetically throughout his body. Are you feeling this energy on the top of your head now? I'm just going to point it out. What does it feel like? I can describe it, but you describe it. What does it feel like?
It feels like warm energy.
Yes.
Just rushing down.
And it's tingling. It's tingling on my head. So what I want you to do is to acknowledge that there is an invitation where Spirit's saying, we want to open up your crown chakra. And you just say, yes, you can open my chakra system. And then they're going to bring in love and light energy along with me to go down your body. Are you ready to go through that process?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just going to do a breathing technique as I look directly at you.
Okay.
So just say out loud, yes, I welcome you to open my chakra system.
Yes, I welcome you to open my chakra system.
And do whatever needs to be done for me.
And do whatever needs to be done for me.
Does it resonate with you that you are a healer?
Definitely. I feel like I've always been an old soul, and things that interest my peers at my age group didn't interest me. I was connected more to adults when I was younger. So yeah.
And you've already bypassed most adults. You know that. Because you get downloads and you get information and it makes you feel very alone. I know I could write a book on all of the commonalities of older souls that come in like you. Because I know, and guess what? Every single one of you check off every single box. You don't leave one of those boxes unchecked. And you come in as very innocent children, very childlike, wanting to sit around the campfire and sing Kumbaya. You're traumatized when people are hurting each other. You don't understand why we're not connecting and loving each other. That is the heart of a child, which is a very evolved old soul. So now we're going to do something with your body. We're going to do something for the viewers to be able to see, okay? All right.
Okay.
So you have said yes to this. So I'm going to describe for you, and I want you to participate and tell me what's going on in your body. Can you tell that something started coming down into your head?
Yes.
Where
And
is
I felt like it was buzzing, and it went straight down to my root chakra.
Yes. The root chakra is bulbous, sweetheart. It's inflamed. It's the survival, and it's also where we store a lot of fear. So they're going straight in there, and they are going to massage this. I should say we. They're correcting me and saying, nope, don't leave yourself out. You're participating. So what I'm going to do is get quiet for just a moment, and I'm going to concentrate on your root chakra system, which has been overused because of survival. You are tired of just being here and surviving, right?
That's correct.
So you can just breathe, and whatever you feel like doing to your body, do. It's good that you're closing your eyes because this is what they're telling me to do. So Alyssa, you can just be a witness, or you can do whatever you want to do.
Okay.
All right. And I am telepathically speaking to the root chakra. And I'm not going to tell you what I'm saying. Does your body feel like it's lifting? Like
Yes.
it's, yeah, it feels like you're rising. Also,
Yes.
I want to open up the energy fields in the bottom of your feet. They're burning and they're clogged. So what I'm going to do is touch my feet. And when I do that on the count of 3, I'm going to open that up so that this energy that you have taken on that is toxic from misunderstandings, from not knowing who you are, from fear, from all of these things, we're going to remove this. We're going to open up the channel for that to leave your body. Do I have permission to do that?
Yes, you do.
1, 2, 3. Can you feel anything?
I feel tingling, rushing. I feel rushing energy.
Embrace it. Welcome it. Alyssa, if you want to feel this, or any of your listeners want to feel this, because spirit is not limited to time and space. Anybody listening to this from here until eternity can feel this energy if you'll just pull in and go, I don't want to be left out. I want to feel this too.
I don't want to be left out. I want to feel this too.
Do you feel this energy going around on the crown chakra?
Yes.
Yes. Alyssa, are you feeling anything on the crown chakra?
I feel tightness around my third eye. Oh yeah, I do feel a little lightness, not buzzing, but yeah, I feel something different.
Okay, then you can say the same thing. I open myself to this energy.
I open myself to this energy. Hallelujah.
Now,
Bring it, sister.
Sarah, can you feel what's going on all the way out to the tip of your fingers?
Yes.
Describe it. I can describe it for you, but you describe it.
I'm feeling tingling.
Me too.
Yes.
Me too.
Yes. See, I told you.
You viewers got to do this, okay?
Yes, the viewers can do this. It doesn't matter how old this video is. What is wild is that people tell me that when I do the energy sessions like this, then years later they'll listen to it and
Wow.
they get more.
Wow, I feel so much tingling right here. Whoa.
Yeah. Guess what? That's your crown chakra opening to information. Now, if you guys could see what I see, you would see, for one of you, it's like a beam of light coming down. For you, Daryl, it's like a whole beam of light is coming down and surrounding you. There's a whole cylinder of protection that is encapsulating your body. Can you feel that?
Yes, I do.
It feels really good. I just want to kind of dance and jump a little bit. Yay! That feels good. For you, Alyssa, what I'm seeing is streams of light with, and inside those streams, there's the tiniest little dots, like a pin dot, that is sparkling, and there's more of those. As I draw attention to something that is happening in the non-physical realm on a certain person's body, then it starts to expand. And Daryl, this is a life lesson for you. Your mind and how you have been looking at this has been the dilemma. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
If you change your mind and you change the GPS that has been programmed inside of you, what is wrong with me? Why can't I get over this? Why can't they diagnose it? Honey, doctors are not supposed to diagnose that which is spiritually healed. See, every person that has an illness has their own beautiful, intrinsic, personal journey of healing. And some are used by doctors, some are used by, neuropathic people, some are used by massage therapists, every single person has their own beautiful, individual, very personal journey to healing. To the level and the degree of the trauma that your body has been going through is the level and degree of healing you are going to get. And that let me explain. You are quite dramatic, are you not?
Uh-oh.
I would like to think I was, but I think ever since I began the spiritual stuff, I've calmed down quite a lot.
Okay, well, I want to ask you permission to open that back up, because here's the thing. If you came in and you came to do big things, then everything that you do is going to be big. So the damage to the body, or the predicament the body is in, is dramatic. The healing.
That is correct.
So every single thing that you do, and believe me, I know this, and I have been very angry that I am dramatic. But if you don't embrace pieces of yourself, then you can't use it either. Does that make sense? So instead of trying to calm this down and going, no, that doesn't fit this. No, be all of you. Give yourself permission to be dramatic, because you came to do big things. Big thing means dramatic. You see? So
I understand.
I want you to feel that running through your body, because there's a lifting going on from the heart energy just because I gave you that truth. Now, I want to ask you, what do you feel going on in your shoulder area right now?
I feel a little bit of tension here, but I feel a lot of it is releasing.
Okay, so let's all three concentrate on that area instead of just me concentrating, because here's the kicker. Alyssa, and I want you to understand this. I can be talking to people, but I'm working on them.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
And that is why the ladies, we didn't concentrate on the cyst, but the cyst is gone. We bypassed where the mind gets stuck and go into the body and start communicating with it. And there's certain things that I'm told to say with certain people. It's all different, because each of you are so beautifully and wonderfully created and made. So the three of us, I want us to concentrate now on this. Can you tell me where it is? I'm already pointing to it.
Wait, on Daryl or each?
Yes.
Or each of us? Daryl, right?
We're all three going to get into alignment and pay attention to the shoulders. You see where I'm touching it right here? That's where the tension is. So I'm just going to put my hands on it, and I'm going to run energy on my body as if I'm running it on your body, Daryl. How about that? Okay. 1, 2, 3. If you need to stretch, then stretch, because they're telling me to. Ooh. What are you feeling, Daryl?
I'm feeling the release and the tension.
Yes. Isn't that beautiful to watch, Alyssa?
Oh God. By the way, who is we when you say we? Who's in your team?
I don't really define them.
Oh, they're just, well, what are they? Are they obviously
Masters
energy? You don't
and
need to be.
teachers.
Oh, okay. All right. Do they ever change? Have the rotation? So-and-so's on deck.
There's such a collection of them. I will tell you that I was speaking in North Carolina, and I was told there's going to be a medium here that is here to hear you speak, that's going to see your team of beings that are here to assist me. And she saw about 150 beings standing behind me. It filled up the whole entire Unity Church that I was standing in. So I say we because if I say I, then I'm not really being accurate, because I'm just in the physical as the intercessor between heaven and earth. We're in earth. The non-physical is what we consider heaven or unapproachable. I am like that conduit that intercedes between non-physical and physical, and I stand here in the gap. And so I'm able to describe because I experience what's going on in the body. And wow, I'm feeling this need for you to open your chest. So I'm going to take you through a process, Daryl, if you don't mind. You know that you are already about love, right?
Yes.
You know, and the essence of you is about loving other people. But
Yes.
living as if you're crippled, you can't do that.
Definitely.
Right? So what we're going to have you do is we actually have, and I want to explain this, we put shields around our heart and they lock into place. It's like having a breastplate over the heart. And I have experienced this just a few times with clients, not that often. Our job is to get that heavy metal block off of the heart and allow the love energy and the heart to make a connection with spirit. And so today, this is unusual because usually when I'm asked to do this, I've been working with the client for a very long time. So there, you're actually moving very fast. You are dramatic. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
that tracks.
you embrace the physical components that you chose. You chose your eyes. You chose the color of your skin. You chose your hair or lack of hair. You chose your hair. You tried these things on and said, yes, that's what I want. So everything that you chose in the physical is matched by everything you chose in the emotional and in the mind. You chose the level of intelligence. You chose how you process things, whether you learn through seeing or through hearing audibly or through telekinesis, kinetically. You chose how you learn. So in this case, embracing all of you opens this. Our job is really for us to just know ourselves. So what they're asking to do is to open the heart and pull back that binding, because we come in, and let me just describe a little bit about your childhood. You're the freak in the family, right?
Yes.
Yeah, guess what? One of the things on the list of commonalities of the older souls. You're the anomaly in the family. You're the only one like you. You have been misunderstood. You have not been honored. When you speak, they don't understand what you're saying. It's very frustrating. And yet you know more, you're more aware. You understand what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, when you're hearing family members or friends, or if you're on a job and you're hearing people talk about things, you're like, what is the problem? That's a 30-second fix. And they're not getting it. You see what I'm saying? So everything about you is more sensitive, more aware, more dramatic. This is why I'm teaching you about, oh, I'm supposed to be this way. I'm not supposed to close myself off. So when you're so sensitive, it's kind of like the guy on the Green Mile that Tom Hanks realized he was a healer and he wanted to save him. And what did the guy say? No, let me go. I'm tired of feeling the pain. So what we do as highly empathic beings, and every single one of us check this box, we start building a fortress around us to protect ourselves.
Wait,
so we're going to ask today to do the opposite. Go ahead.
This iron plate, metaphorically speaking. Does that have anything to do with the boulder crushing the chest and the spear, or is that just nothing?
It could be that, and Alyssa, just let me tell you something interesting. I had somebody in my home 2 weeks ago, and I was describing to her, I was telling her, you are scared to death that your mate is going to die. You're scared to death it's going to leave you. I'm seeing a lifetime. I'm remotely viewing it. And a spear went in. I said, is he hurt right here? And she said, yes. And she said, as a matter of fact, he has an indentation. I said, that's where the sword went in.
Wow.
And I said, I would not be surprised if that indentation that he came in this lifetime with gets healed, because you're no longer afraid that you're going to lose him. Isn't that wild how this works?
So crazy.
So the breastplate that I'm talking about is for people that are highly sensitive. We all do this to some degree, Alyssa, but the highly sensitive, theirs will be thicker.
Yeah.
And it's like a covering or a shielding. It's almost like the movie, Let It Go, Frozen, where I have to hide myself. I have to conceal myself. I don't want you to see me, because the experiences that Daryl had as a childhood as being such an anomaly and being such a freak and not knowing how, see, for me, I just fly the freak flag. I'm just like, if you want it, I'm here. If you don't, run. Run, little kid, run.
Hill, save yourself. Lisa is flying her freak flag.
Because we get very dramatic responses. People love us or hate us.
Oh, yeah.
Right, Daryl? Right, Alyssa?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you feel, because I can feel the heaviness pressing against that chest area. Can you feel it? This is not from the past life. This is them having you be aware. As a matter of fact, I can tell you exactly what this plate looks like and how much of you it covers. Now, I want you to feel your body. I want you to go in, get very present. I am concentrating on it, and I'm talking to your body, and I'm saying, cause this to come up in his body so that he can be aware of where he's got this covered. So what do you feel?
I feel an intensity over here in the middle of my chest.
Yeah. And how far does it go? Now that you've got the intensity in the middle of the chest, how far does it go? Does it spread? Does it go up?
Yes, it does.
Okay, pay attention. How far up the neck does it go?
It just stops at the throat.
Good job. Good job. You're using your drama. You're using your dramatic ways.
Does that have to do with the throat chakra? He's not, felt like he's not been allowed to speak his truth, and so that's covering the chakra.
Yeah, the throat chakra is blocked.
Yeah, I figured.
As a matter of fact, your chakra system has not been functioning wholly. And guess what, Alyssa, this is really all of our work. Every single one of us came here to get healed. Every single one of us came to get whole. And in that, I'm bringing up different components of accepting bits of your personality, not thwarting it, not saying, I can't use that, I can't speak that, I can't be me anymore. That's why Daryl is in the predicament that he's in. Does that make sense? Because you have blocked. So I want you to go back to that feeling. Where does it go from the neck? Where does it go on the body?
It goes to the side of my shoulder.
Okay, pay attention to that. And where does it stop, or does it actually keep going?
It just, for me, it feels like it just stops, yeah.
Okay, good. And it is about right here, right? So there's a covering over you. And see, this is part of why the doctors are not supposed to diagnose you. And your pain and your being in trauma made you reach out to Alyssa. And when you did that, how did it feel? When you reached out to Alyssa, how did you feel?
I felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders because I've been connecting with Erik and the channeling Erik for the past about a year now. And even though we've never met, she feels like family. So
Yeah. So when you saw
and just being heard,
when you
just
saw
being
my
heard
video,
for the
what
first
did
time.
you feel? What happened in your body when you saw my interview with Alyssa?
I felt hopeful.
Yeah. See, we have to go past what the mind is doing and into the heart and into the spirit and into the emotional realm, because we are body, mind, and spirit. And unfortunately, we either leave out the spirit or the physical, and our job is actually to connect right here where the two connect and be balanced. So I want you to go back to that feeling in the shoulders. Now tell me how far this goes down the body.
It just stops right below the beginning of my stomach.
Okay. I'm going to open up something in you to get you aware, and I'm talking to it. So I want you
Okay.
to feel, what is there anything that may feel a little bit different below the belly button? It doesn't feel the same as this thick covering, but there's something there. Can you tell that it's softer, but can you feel, as a matter of fact, my right hip just started hurting.
What do you feel, Daryl?
I'm not really feeling anything at the moment.
You will.
Maybe I'm just not. Okay.
I'm the first to feel it.
Oh yeah, it takes some time.
Because I'm the one that's really open to feeling it. Nothing hurts on my body unless it's hurting inside you. But the predominant pain sometimes will cause you not to feel this other pain. So it's still there. And I'm just going to say, thank you. Stop. I got it. So the hips are about being able to move forward in life. Louise Hay figured that out. I will tell you that Louise Hay's book, The Power to Heal, and the little index that she's got is one of the most accurate things I have found to describe why we have physical symptoms. So now that I've said that, that hip is no longer hurting. So I want you to close your eyes if you want to get rid of this. Are you ready to crack this open and allow yourself to truly be here in this physicality, knowing that you are a healer and you came here to heal. Therefore, you have to be healed. Because if you speak about healing and you are not living as a healed individual, there's no power in it. It's like spiritual truth. Yes, you're talking about spiritual truth, but it's outside. It's not integrated in. So what we're asking permission to do, since you shielded yourself, since you have this bodysuit on, since there is a more like cloth band that is binding your hips, it's almost like you've wrapped yourself as a mummy around your hips. I can't walk, I can't walk, I can't walk. And that belief system has gotten solidified. And now it's in your GPS system, and you're going to go that direction. Then what we want to consider is whether or not you want to be free today and you can begin again. How does that feel? You know that you put the body armor on. Do you realize that you did it? Do you know?
Yes, we create our own realities. I know that.
Does that come from him being criticized growing up for flying his freak flag? Is that part of it?
Part of it is that when you have a contract to go through a certain thing, you're going to go through that thing. But you pre-agreed before coming in. Nothing haphazardly happens to you. Now, it's not necessarily what they call predestination, that this is how you're going to live, Actually, what we came to do was to overcome the thing that is the obstacle. And every single one of us already have the tools to overcome it.
Well, did he choose the family that is normal, so to speak, in order like a family that would, you know, could make him feel like he was a freak?
Yes, intentionally.
Why was that? Why would that be?
Because the very opposite of what we came here to do, we have to experience. So when I am laying in a drawer in Long Beach, California, because they didn't have any money to put me in a bassinet, and my father was in the Navy, and I am about love, then the ego looks at me in that drawer and goes, oh, that one, her energy is, she is here to love everybody and to teach everybody about love. So my job with Tammy is to give her the opposite and tell her she's not lovable.
I see. I got it.
So guess what? My parents were the biggest instigators because I was not loved by them.
Oh.
No grandparent, no aunt, no uncle. Okay? They loved me to the degree that they could, but it wasn't love. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, been there, done that.
Yes. So the job is to experience the dichotomy so that we can become healed and whole, move to love energy, and then we can do the task that we came here to do.
Yeah, because you have to experience cold in order to really understand what hot is like.
Or to appreciate it either. So if I walked around talking to people about you're loved, and I do not yet believe that I'm loved, what is the power in that?
Yeah.
I have to become the message. I have to personify it. It has to be integrated. I have to be ingrained. I stand in love energy because I overcame. So the reason that you have these familial situations is, and very older souls believe that they come in to rescue their family.
Oh.
And the pressure,
That's accurate.
and the pressure that we put on ourselves to rescue our family, because if we can't rescue our family, we can't rescue anybody else. If we can't help our family, if we can't teach our family, if we can't love our family, then we can't do this job. But that's not the reason that relationships are here. The family is hardly ever the ones that benefit from your path and what you came here to do. They are the instigators of the opposite. You know, you've heard it often said, and this is a joke, that friends are God's way of making up to you for the family that he gave you.
Oh, really? So really in Daryl's case, he had to come into a family that didn't honor who he is, very special, you know, so that he could travel that journey to get to the point where, yeah, I'm special and I should be okay with that. I am okay with that. Is that it?
Yeah, because if you can overcome what your family thinks about you and who they identify you as, then you're free.
Yeah.
And that's the hardest, that's a mastery level work. I'm gonna tell you, I know because I've done it. It's a mastery level work. But as you come in and your curriculum, everybody has a curriculum when they come in. So if you are fulfilling your curriculum according to where you are in the journey, as you are close to complete enlightenment, where you don't really have to come back anymore, then it's going to be the most dramatic lifetime you've ever had.
No, I just want to be given the cliff notes. Come on, people. It doesn't work that way, I know.
Well, we're really entertaining ourselves by being here. None of this is really real, and this is just a dreamlike state. So, Daryl, when you think about your life now, you can kind of see and what's happening for you and what's going to happen in the next few days is, number one, you're going to feel this energy for 72 hours because it's still running, and you can tell that it's changing in your body, can't you? Can
Yes,
you tell that the
definitely.
flow of it is changing and it's running down your leg and then it's running back up and then can you feel the opening in your feet where I open those feet? Can you feel those holes? And
Now that you mention it, I actually do feel less tension there.
yes. So the energy is going to completely come out. when I expose it as a person who knows, when I expose it, it has no choice but to start to leave. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because, you're busted. Get out. Start the process, you see. But
Thank you.
I know. It's beautiful how this works, isn't it?
It's
I can
awesome.
start crying, but I got more work to do with you. Okay. So, since you're the one that did the protective covering, you get to choose to take it off.
Okay, I
So,
do. I release it. You can have it.
Okay. So I'm going to show you how to do this. For any of you, and I'm just going to speak to your audience right now, Alyssa, if any of you are feeling any of this, if any of this resonates with you, then you are ready to do this process too. If this feels foreign to you, or you're not liking this, or it doesn't resonate with you, then turn the channel for now, or cut it off and come back to this whenever you start feeling the heaviness in the heart. What is happening is that you have the ability, even though I'm working with one individual, millions of you, if millions were watching at one time, could all set yourself free at the same time. This is not just for Daryl. This is part of your work, Alyssa, is letting people know that they can be free and helping them to understand that what they think they know is not what they know, which is what happened to you. You know, you weren't really that open to the non-physical world and to mediumship and all of that. And so one of your biggest gifts to your listeners is, hey, what you think you know, you really don't know.
Right.
So why don't we just get open and start exploring? And it's fun. And this is why people love you, because you're so real about it. Okay. So anybody that wants to do this, you can do this with Daryl. Okay. Are you ready?
Ready.
Yes.
So Daryl, you would say out loud, and you can just repeat after me, or you can say this in your own vernaculars. And this goes to every single person who's listening. And I want you to say your name. Now in this case, we're using a pseudonym for you. So in this case, you don't have to say your name, okay? Spirit knows. All right. In this lifetime, and you just repeat after me.
In this lifetime,
I have shut myself off.
I have shut myself off.
I stopped giving myself permission.
I stopped giving myself permission
To be me.
to be me.
It hurt to be me.
It hurt to be me.
I didn't like the pain that I was feeling from others.
I didn't like the pain that I was feeling from others.
It has been difficult to be here.
It has been more than difficult to.
And I am quite dramatic in how I live. And he's frozen. You're back.
Can you please repeat that?
And I am quite dramatic in how I live.
And I am quite dramatic in how I live.
And I push that down.
And I squash that away.
And I stop paying attention.
And I stop paying attention to it.
To my heart.
To my heart.
So I covered it.
So I protected it.
And I have been in pain even more.
And it's caused me even more pain.
Good job. So because I did this.
So because I did this.
And now I know better.
And now I know better.
I'm going to take that off.
I'm going to take that off and release it.
And I ask you, non-physical.
And I allow the non-physical.
To come in and show me who I really am.
To show me who I really am.
I want to know me.
I want to know me.
And I claim that I know that I am a healer.
And I claim to know with every fiber of my being that I came here to contribute to healing.
So teach me how to heal me.
So teach me how to do it to myself.
So one of the things that I'm hearing about you, Daryl, is that I feel, and see, I'll go through the symptoms before, in order to describe them. I feel like I can't catch my breath. I feel like I try and my chest is only elevating to a certain point. So
Yes.
you have not been allowing yourself permission to be here, which is correlated with you not feeling that you can breathe being here. You understand? Which means you can't walk very far because of breathing. If
Yes.
you don't know that you are loved and you are protecting yourself because you don't know that you're loved and you are building an encasement or a tomb around you, then you're the reason that you're not healed. So we're doing the opposite today, but we're validating it by acknowledging it and owning it. I did this. So I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to tell me what tool you feel a being is bringing forward to help you cut this off.
A tool?
Yeah. A device or a tool, or is it a zipper? Is it a scissors? Is it a sword? What is being brought forward to you or shown for you to get this off of you?
I think it's a scissors.
Yep. Are they small? By the way, I was seeing that. I was
It
waiting.
seemed like a big pair. It seemed like a big pair.
It's a big pair. Good job. Okay.
Like I'm dramatic.
Yes. Yes. You're waking up today. We're just tapping you on the cheek. Wake up, my friend. Wake up. All right. On the count of 3, you're going to say, I set myself free, and you cut this off of you. Okay?
I set myself free.
Now, 1, 2, 3. Cut it off and tell me when it's done.
Okay. I'm let it go.
Yeah. Now let's take some deep breaths. Do you feel the difference? I'm starting to cry. It's so profound what you have done today. Oh, I feel so honored to be in this place with you, to watch you do this, to help guide you through the freedom. It's beautiful. So once you hear something, I know now you're getting emotional with me. The feeling is it's so good. Alyssa, are you feeling this?
Oh God, yeah.
Okay. All right. Through my tears, I'm going to do the last process with you and then we're going to go. Whenever you clear something, in order to heal from something or begin the process of healing, 1, you have to know what's going on. You have to acknowledge it. 2, this is a recipe that God started giving me at the young age of 13, 14 years old. 2, you have to own it. You have to take responsibility. You did this. 3, you forgive yourself. Because really, you didn't know what you were doing. And what you did was the normal pattern for every single older soul. I'm telling you, I need to write a book about it because every one of you check every single box. There's not one box that isn't checked. And there's this huge list of commonalities of all of you. And that includes me and that includes you, Alyssa, and a lot of your listeners that are attracted to you as well. So you have the forgiveness thing is really setting yourself free. And then the 4th thing is choosing again, which you did all of those 4 steps. You see that, right? In the process of this session. Now, the 5th thing that I would ask you to consider is now you've cleared space. So bringing in love and light energy to take that place intentionally is important. So I'm going to give you a technique that you can use to do that. So you felt the opening of the crown chakra. Can you feel it stimulating again? That's because
Yes.
to bring in something. So you can say that on the count of 3, we're all going to take a breath with each other, and we're going to breathe in through our nose very dramatically, and then we're going to hold it, and then in a few seconds I'm going to say release it. When you are breathing in, you are breathing in love and light energy into the body to help the cells molecularly change with what decisions you just made. When you breathe out, I want you to open your mouth and breathe out. And when you're breathing out, you are releasing the energy that no longer serves you. Okay? All right.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Hold it. Release. Feel that. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Hold it. Release. And now I just feel a sense of bliss. Do y'all feel that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Namaste, my friend. Namaste. I love
Thank you so much, Tammy.
I love you too.
Wait, before we close, let me ask you, during the 72-hour period, will Daryl's chakras be like cleared and balanced and stuff? Or is that something he needs to do through someone else? Or
He doesn't have to do anything else. We are telling him that he has guides that are going to be assisting him and running energy on him for 72 hours.
okay. I think we should do a session on old souls, because I think you have a lot to say about that.
Oh yeah, that would be interesting, because those commonalities in the list and the descriptions of them will wake people up, Alyssa, that don't realize they're old souls. But then they go, oh my gosh, oh my God, I experienced, oh my God. I mean, it's like, whoa, waking up.
Yeah.
So it would be very powerful. Daryl, you will experience times of a real awareness of the energy being run on you. And then there will be times that you are not aware of during that 72 hours. You're not always going to be aware. Do not question. Do not let the mind get involved and start questioning whether or not they're running the energy for 72 hours. It is also your higher self that has now been given permission to assist you. So you're collaborating, just like I'm collaborating with your teams in this session, and my team, our team, we, all of us were participating in this. And Alyssa, you have no idea how you were participating in it. So, thank you all.
Wait, tell us about your event that's coming up.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
And how people can contact you, everything.
Okay, on May the 3rd, 2019, you get the honor and the pleasure of having me and Alyssa in one place, and it's in your home. I can't believe you're doing this in your home. And we're going to be doing a healing workshop where I assist you by waking you up. I tell you what the spiritual laws are, what the spiritual truths are. There will also be times that, Alyssa, this is wild for those people who are hurting. It's not whether or not you're just hurting in the physical or you've got health issues. This is emotional. Every single one of us needs some kind of healing. So if you don't have a lot of physical symptoms, so what? You got things in the emotional realm that need to be healed. We're not just wanting people that, are in wheelchairs. We're talking about every single human being can come to this class and get awakened to this. It's not necessarily healers either. It's just for people who know this doesn't feel good. And this blog that I just wrote is about that the emotional realm and the physical realm work in tandem to let you know this doesn't feel good. My body is showing me pain. So you posting that blog will be good at this juncture. So what we're going to do is we're going to be working together. I'm going to give you techniques. I'm going to teach you how to do this for yourself. I'm going to teach you how to read your body. I'm going to teach you and draw your attention to things that are individually happening to you in the workshop. The workshop is quite intensive. We're doing 2.5 hours, I think, or 2 hours on a Friday night, all day Saturday, and then like 2 or 2.5 hours on Sunday. So by the time you leave, you are not going to be the same.
Okay.
I'm going to put you in groups and let you work with each other as another individual. I will also be scanning and reading the entire room and running energy. So the people who can't come, who want to remotely take this class, you're going to get the same energy. You're going to get the same teachings. And getting the teachings is what sets you free, because it's like tapping you on the cheek. Wake up. You're a spiritual being. This is the truth about it. This is the game we're playing. This is how it works. So if you want to know more about this, you have written, and you're going to put out another blog post, and you have written about this. I know you're probably going to post this video soon. Go to Alyssa's website, channelingeric.com, right?
Yeah, Erik with a
Go
K.
to that and sign up. We want you to come. If you decide that you want a private session with me, I will literally be running energy through my hands and scanning your body and helping you to remove and talk about the things that I'm picking up on in your body. Like, just like what you saw me do with Daryl, but it's much more intense when you're person to person. Just let you know. So there's only a few of those spots. So for those of you that want to do that, you get private time with me and you get it at half my cost.
Wow.
So half of what I usually charge. So this is great to know. My website is tammydemirza.com, and I'm starting a radio show, and you'll get all kinds of free information. I have a YouTube, I have an Instagram, I have Twitter. So is there anything else I missed?
Well, okay, so I have the way to sign up for your event on the right-hand sidebar of the homepage of the blog. So
Okay.
click on that. Are there tickets that remote tickets that they can register?
I don't know if Lucas and I actually set that up. We did talk about doing it, and we're willing to do it because we know some people can't travel.
Yeah.
I also will probably, I usually have to stop in the middle of something and go, I'm sorry, your head's hurting. You can't listen to me. Can I take care of your headache? I can tell you where the headache started, when it started, what caused it, what percentage of release you are feeling. It's pretty wild to be able to scan people's bodies like this.
Oh, you're so lucky. So
I don't know.
one question before we close.
Okay.
Is there anything, as long as the individual is open and giving permission, is there anything that cannot be healed?
No.
Wow.
Spirit rules matter.
Awesome. All right. Awesome. Thank you so much. I will put your website and all that stuff here. Thank you, Daryl, for being so courageous and opening up your heart to us.
Daryl,
Thank you,
beautiful,
Lisa.
honey. You're beautiful. We love you.
Thank you, Tammy.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Love you, Alyssa.
Bye.